MCCI is an association of industry, trade and business in existence for last 8 decades. Today, MCCI has a membership of almost about 3,000 members comprising the large, medium, small enterprises. Basically, these schemes which are there for small and medium enterprises, they come under that NMCP scheme of Government of India, that is National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program.
This scheme essentially facilitates the MSMEs to pick up elimination of waste by way of which they increase productivity and profitability. It also focuses on improving the culture of working in the small industry.
The objective of that scheme or the program is to enhance the capacity and capability of the small and medium enterprises, which today are contributing a lot in the not only the development of the country, but also contributing substantially to the GDP of the country.
It is a well-known fact that SMEs are the backbone of the manufacturing industry in India. The MCCI and I, with the help of the Secretariat, got these companies together, had various initiation programs with the help of NPC. The small industry is almost a one-man show where he is required to do all the 4 M's, the man, machine, method, materials. He is supposed to tackle all these issues all by himself. And I think this lean scheme taught him the method of how to become more competitive, profitable.
And we have seen that even the lean manufacturing cluster, it's a cluster which adopt these lean manufacturing practices jointly by experience sharing, by getting certain skills from an experts, getting some inputs from the other units and all that.
In fact, the enthusiasm and the participation of the companies become much more effective and more involved in a cluster group of activity.
Putting in place the first cluster, which was known as the auto component cluster, was an uphill task. It was like almost reaching Everest base camp. We could just somehow get 10 into the first cluster. Talking to the second set of 10, it was an OEM initiated cluster which became very simple because they were driven into this. And let me come to the third. There were 20 people who were talking to the industry in the third cluster. They believed that yes, these people are telling the truth. And the fourth was a cakewalk. But this initiative was a big task.
The time we joined the companies, they were like conventional companies where the only thing which they were monitoring is their sales and the cash. There was hardly any emphasis on the processes used to achieve these results and what kind of results we will need to achieve at all.
CEOs tend to interpret the lean implementation initially as a group of people who would come to their factory and then start doing the changes themselves, which we tried to make it clear right in the beginning that it cannot happen that way. Any change that has to come, it has to happen through them only.
So when we first went into the companies, we found that it was such a hodgepodge of operations. There was hardly any focus on the processes. There was hardly any data to be collected.
Basically, we need to understand that in SMEs, unlike other large companies, they hardly get any exposure in training to update their professional skills and competence. When you are talking about the implementation approach for lean, I would actually try to put it into broadly 2 categories. The category number 1 is the classroom training and review, and the second part is our physical involvement in the companies to oversee the changes. Lean implementation in SMEs would require, like any other company, 3-phase interaction. The first phase interaction involves the interaction at CEO level. The second phase is interaction with the functional heads, staffs, managers. And the third level is interaction with operators and supervisors.
So building up the organization, defining responsibilities for people took up a large portion of our particular work in this cluster.
And we made people to understand that even at operator level and also definitely at supervisor level, they can come out with creative ideas. And these creative ideas can be unshackled and released through the effort called Kaizen and Pokayoke.
Giving them the mantras of good practices, the world-class manufacturing techniques, was part of this initiative. This helped them in understanding how they would become more competitive, more lean in their structures.